Alright, welcome back once again to Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition. There's actually nothing in this system? Really? Huh. I don't think I've actually been in this system before. Damkiana, as the main source of helium-3 in the Maskumzul system, is orbited by abandoned recovery stations that the Rachni built during their days of conquest. Because the Rachni trusted in their high tolerance for radiation, the stations were poorly shielded against cosmic rays and have deteriorated over time. The Citadel species built their own stations during the Rachni War, several of which have been maintained to this day. I'm pretty sure this is the Ninma cluster. I'm pretty sure this is one that you don't visit in the first two games. Suin, the Rachni homeworld, is tidally locked to the system's Suin, the Rachni homeworld, is tidally locked to the system's red dwarf. With one side constantly bombarded by the sun and the other completely frozen, life evolved in the Terminator, the perpetual twilight zone between Suin's two extremes. The Rachni mainly foraged underground. Suin's abundant subterranean rivers presented them with a place to thrive. Wrestling with the engineering problems of Suin's extreme surface gravity and surface environment may have given the Rachni their first insight into how to build interstellar spacecraft. Suin was the site of the last battle in the Rachni Wars. When Krogan forces bombarded the planet, the Rachni abandoned their surface buildings for the security of their tunnels. The Krogan, resistant to Suin's toxic atmosphere, carried weapons of mass destruction into the secret chambers of the Rachni Queens and detonated explosions so powerful the sinkholes are still visible today. Sounds vicious. Kashaptu. Kashaptu is the first terrestrial planet the Rachni visited after achieving spaceflight. Although most of Kashaptu is composed of silicate minerals, the Rachni made an important discovery when they charted the Howling Gulf, an enormous crater near the planet's equator. The depression was caused by the impact of several dozen extrasolar asteroids containing large quantities of element zero. The Rachni took samples of the new element back to Suin for further study. Centuries later, when the Rachni captured the Citadel expedition that opened the relay to their system, their research on EZO helped them to reverse engineer the ship's FTL drives. The Rachni built faster-than-light vessels of their own and rapidly expanded beyond their own stars. And anything else in this? Did I read this one already? I did. Listening Post X-19 was built shortly after the Rachni Wars, just in case any Rachni survived the annihilation of Suin. The post orbits the mass relay and is still manned and maintained, although today it largely exists as a customs checkpoint for researchers studying the Rachni homeworld. Among members of the Council militaries, being assigned to the station is seen as a form of punishment or exile, considering that there have been no signs of sapient life on Suin for over 1,000 years. So basically the equivalent of being exiled to Antarctica. Population of 340. Probably be pretty nice if you're type who just likes to be left on your own. And Mulashu. Weird. The Krogan surveying team that first reported back from Maldor said, in characteristic understatement, that the planet had a bit of the good stuff if you can get past a little acid. Although Maldor's mineral wealth includes uranium, iridium, and other heavy metals, miners must contend with crushing gravity and atmosphere, boiling temperatures, and clouds of sulfur dioxide. As such, once the planet's most accessible ores were depleted, the mining interests that exploited the planet quickly departed. Can't blame them. Keth is a hydrogen-helium gas giant. Records show that the planet should have a helium-3 mining infrastructure, but scans find nothing of the sort. There are neither abnormal heat sources nor space junk from destroyed refineries. If the infrastructure was removed, it was removed entirely, and within the last few years. Huh. Interesting. Maybe. Possibly interesting. Or possibly nothing. So yeah, this is one of the very few missions that can be done anytime. You can do it anytime. It makes absolutely no difference. I'm doing it now just because it makes sense to do it now narratively. But yeah, if you want, you can hold it off. Although Utuku is habitable, extreme temperatures and violent weather have discouraged colonization. Because the planet has little liquid water to retain heat, surface temperatures regularly oscillate between 70 Celsius to negative 60 Celsius. Utuku's vegetation is notable for having evolved flexible central stalks to survive high-speed winds as well as leathery leaves to shrug off the planet's frequent sandstorms. Animal life is mostly confined to the planet's small oceans. Utuku has few valuable minerals. Javik for sure. And sure, Liara. Yeah, biotics are good. Just biotics will be useful in general here. Yeah, do vulnerability, I think. Warp bubble's good, or stasis bubble's good, um, especially if you're fighting in an area where, with like in a hallway or something like that, where enemies sort of have to come straight at you. The stasis bubble can be pretty perfect for that. And there are some pretty narrow areas coming up, but yeah. I think I am still more comfortable with just being able to do more damage to them. Yeah. Now I'll go with bubble. And yeah, I think I'll entirely possible that I'll end up redoing a lot of Lair's points later on as well. Let's see. Would be useful for Javik. Got his two main powers. Two most important things already finished. Dark Channel and Vengeful Ancient. Dark Channel has a long enough recharge time. And I like basically just going from that to next one. Lift grenade.
Has there been any change in the situation, Commander?
Our backup's waiting for us at the drop point. Arlakh Company, Krogan Commandos.
That's correct, Shepard. They are an accomplished unit. Their decisive action in liberating a colony from Batarian pirates made them famous.
Good to hear. Other than that, there's been no word from a team of Krogan scouts since they went through the Rachni relay.
I don't like the sound of this. The Krogan would have come prepared to fight.
We don't know much, but no Rachni activity has been reported.
Still, it's troubling there are rumors at all. It's been years since you released the last Rachni Queen on the condition she'd disappear forever. She was desperate to save her race.
Just be ready for anything.
Yeah, shuttle just arrived. You better get moving, team.
Yeah!
See anything, let me know.
Grunt?
Shepard? Shepard!
What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Didn't those idiots lock you up?
They did. Put me in lockdown to keep the Batarians off me. Didn't want problems with the Council while they prepared for war. But the situation changed.
Yeah, they got bigger problems, all right. That's why I'm out here running Arlakh Company.
Ooh.
They're tough, think they're invincible. Reckless, but effective.
Nice. Grunt got himself a promotion. And Grunt is voiced, once again, by Steve Bloom.
Sounds familiar, Grunt. How'd you go from being new and unproven to your own command?
Wasn't easy. When Rex put Arlakh Company together, he needed a leader who represented the future of our species. Thanks to you, I completed my rite of passage on Tachanka and became part of Clan Urdnot. I was an equal. And being the strongest, I was chosen to lead this honored company.
I bet some didn't like a tank-bred Krogan being in charge.
I collected a few scars earning my place here. These Krogan respect me.
Good to hear.
You were a pain in the ass, Grunt. But if your Krogan are half the soldier you are, we might make it out of here.
Glad you're here to crack some heads, Shepard. Hard to believe this might be Rachni. Seems crazy. The Rachni. A chance to face the old enemy? Impossible to resist.
Yes, you are the one. The Krogan who occupied my quarters on the Normandy. You left your mark.
What? Who is this, Shepard?
You shouldn't be so anxious to face the Rachni. They were formidable opponents, even to my people.
Ask me later.
Whatever you say.
We don't know if the Rachni had anything to do with this. We're here to find the scouts. I didn't see any signs of activity during our approach.
Agreed. But this place smells wrong. Like a bad wound. Our scans show the tunnels down there lead to a large central point. If we're lucky, it's a nest.
A nest might be fortunate. We could end this here.
Arlakh Company, move out!
I love
Grab what
his...
you need, Shepard. Meet me at the scout camp ahead.
Sounds good.
I love Grunt's laugh.
Take what you need and move out.
Claymore shotgun. I got no one here who uses shotguns.
All right.
Luckily, anytime you find new mods, it automatically upgrades. Like if you find a mod that, like an upgraded level, upgraded level of a mod that you've already got equipped, it automatically upgrades that level, that mod. So you don't need to worry about that sort of thing.
Their base camp has been decimated. The Krogan are overconfident. It's their weakness.
I don't think that's...
Ready, Shepard. We're right behind you.
That is the one I want to go into. Couldn't remember which of these two buildings I wanted to go into. Yeah. It's good if you found a new weapon and a couple new mods, so if you wanted to upgrade your... If you needed to modify your weapons, you can. Finding a way down might be tough.
You ready to go?
What did you do after the Collectors were defeated?
I spent most of my time back on Tachanka learning what it was to be Krogan. In the lab where I was created, the lessons were like fighting with practice weapons. They had no bite, no impact. I needed the blood and pain. I made mistakes, but I learned.
Good on him.
Tell me more about this company.
Arlakh means Eye of Wrath. We are named after the fierce Tachanka sun. Rex handpicked us from different clans to show a united Krogan. We were sent because we're the strongest.
Cool, cool.
Did Warlord Okeer imprint anything on you about the Rachni during your creation?
Okeer ensured I knew of the Rachni. They are respected as an enemy. Everyone thought they were dead, defeated by the Krogan. You proved that wrong. If they're here, my blood demands they die.
Okay, I mean, let's not get carried away.
What happened to the scouting party?
Looks like something dropped half their camp down a hole. Their shuttle must have been lost as well. They weren't going anywhere. Doesn't matter. We're here to find the Rachni and burn them out.
All right.
All right, let's get going.
Finally. Right behind you, Shepard.
Well, that wasn't fun, I imagine.
All right.
Shepard! You in one piece?
Looks like we're all okay. Keep in radio contact.
On our way!
Okay, so we found a way down. So that is a start of sorts. Not an ideal start, but a start. Alright.
Ahead of us.
I see it. Grunt, got a body of a scout here. Been dead a few days.
Yeah, if he has his weapon, grab it. You won't need it anymore.
Fair enough. And yeah, we got the,
Is that webbing?
Looks like it.
You can also shoot through it, but obviously that's what you're meant to do. So yeah, there is a lot of them. Yeah, we got flashlights out now.
Stay close, it's easy to get separated.
Agreed. Everybody be ready.
Just to make things, just to make things more tense. Yep.
Did anyone see that?
Confirmed.
Yeah, we're wandering around a cave in the dark.
I see something.
Yeah, what is that?
Shepard!
We need to be cautious. They're dangerous.
Yeah, if you get too close to those, they will explode and kill you or hurt you. Getting too close to them is actually, to those pods is actually really dangerous. Obviously a lot of empty, spots around here. May as well show you what happens if you get close to one.
Those codes, Shepard. Reaper technology.
Maybe.
You luckily don't need to get, yeah, luckily you can just, blow all those pods up with the flamethrower. And, you don't need to worry too much about, your ammo. You will find plenty more around.
Grunt, we got company!
Light him up, Shepard.
Along the far wall, Shepard! Is that Rachni?
Good eye.
It's the Rachni, or what's left. Another species twisted by the Reapers.
Grunt, Rachni presence confirmed. Modified and very dangerous.
Finally, something to kill. Nothing here yet. Lost a Krogan to a sinkhole. Bad way to go.
The breeding ground must be here. The Reapers are protecting an asset of great significance.
Oh, hey, shotgun trigger mode. So, yeah. We've got... We have Rachni husks now. And they are extremely dangerous. Yeah, I'm being more careful than I really need to be with my ammo. You don't need to worry too much, honestly. You'll find plenty of...
No question, Reapers have been here.
Agreed. Let's find out why.
You'll find plenty more ammo as you go along. Like, plenty more flamethrowers as you go along, so you don't really need to worry too much about your ammo. But, and even if you run out, you can actually shoot the webs. Was there anything back here? There was not. So you don't really need to be as careful as I'm being about it. Thought he might have had but nope. Yeah, you don't need to be as careful about your ammo as I'm being. Ah, here's another one. See what I mean?
Blocked, Shepard.
Copy that.
It must open somehow. What is that?
Very good. Our exit is cut off.
Looks like
Of
we're
course
finding
it
another
is.
way out of here. Come on!
What was that noise, Shepard? Sounded bad.
Cave in. We're all right.
Good. Didn't want to dig you out.
Oh, that hurts my feelings, Grunt.
Yeah.
Creepy bugs! Hurrah!
Shepard, I know what happened to the scouts.
What'd you find?
They got hit hard. The leader ordered them to carry weapons deep into the caves. He knew the next team would need help.
They died making sure we could make it to the central chamber. Come on.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, I'm gonna destroy them all. You really don't need to, but... no way I'm leaving any of these things. So yeah. Just takes you right back, so yeah, it's just... 2 ways to go. You can... Oops. Oh, right, yeah. So 2 ways you can go. You can go under the bridge, you can go over the bridge. The darkness makes this really, really creepy. So I do like how just unsettling this whole place is.
Shepard.
Ah. Thanks, guys.
Looks like a last message. He's asked that it be delivered to an Asari named Ereba on the Citadel.
That's not good. Yeah, name probably rings a slight bell for you. Won't say anything more about it now, but... I got... There we go. Alright. Nice refill. Alright. This will be kind of a
A
tough
large area,
area.
Commander.
Expect trouble.
Always. Yeah, so believe it or not, the worst part about the Ravagers isn't even their heavy weapons. It's these things.
It's finished. Keep the pressure up.
And yeah, you saw some barriers there. On some of those enemies. Yeah, the Reapers can create just some fun little things to make life even harder. And barrier generators. Like so.
Stay low. Don't let it get a beat on you.
Ravagers actually can be can be super dangerous. They do heavy damage. Someone's not dead. Oh, there they go. That's weird. Somebody jumped up.
Close, Shepard. Some heavy fighting. Tough bastards.
Casualties?
It's fine. Krogan fight better angry.
I'm not looking forward to going down any of those holes. So yeah, now swarmers keep popping out of those pods. Cool, cool. And that is the way I have to go. Dang it. Luckily, the swimmers only take one hit to kill. Even just a okay, guys. Thanks.
Careful.
Because yeah, like the particle rifle really doesn't do much damage on its own. And even just a quick blast from that is enough to finish them off. So. I feel like I might have missed a mod up there, but if I did, it was a very minor one that I don't care about, so.
The Rachni thrive on toxic planets. Strange to find them in a breathable atmosphere.
The Reapers have altered more than just their appearance.
Probably. There. Here we go. Some extra credits.
The Reapers are breeding an army down here. Ragnar reproduce at an alarming rate. These places would hide their numbers until it's too late.
I agree. And they're throwing everything they've got at us so we don't reach the nest.
Yep. Rachni are... We know the Rachni are dangerous. I really don't like Rachni. So I mentioned that this is one that you can put off if you want. If you do put it off until after you get Cowie, then pretty early on, she expresses some unhappiness. She starts freaking out. And just starts going, spiders, 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 spiders! Which is extremely, extremely relatable. Because I don't like spiders either.
Shepard, we're blocked and getting overrun!
I'm on it!
Move it, Shepard!
Yeah, you noticed the web got destroyed, and I didn't even hit it with the fire flamethrower. It can actually be destroyed just by shooting it.
There's the power node. Come on!
Thanks, Shepard. That wasn't webbing stopping us. That was Reaper tech.
We ran into it too.
The Rachni have backed off for now, but they can smell our wounds. Any worthy enemy would regroup and finish us. Soon.
We're close, Grunt. Those barriers were protecting whatever's down that passage.
We'll dig in here, kill anything that moves. Buy you some time.
Good luck.
I don't need luck. I have ammo. Krogan, get ready!
Great line. Also, I love that quick shot of Grunt just... Yeah, once you drop a one of these things, you can't get it back.
More eggs.
Take it slow.
I noticed the eggs. Liara, thanks. Some more Reaper tech. Do I have to go down here? Into a small dark hole? Is that really a good idea? This seems like a bad idea.
That does not look like a Rachni nest.
Grunt, we've located the central chamber.
Good. We got your back, Shepard.
Move it!
Well, so much for that.
We need to find the power node.
Heavy resistance!
This is it, people!
I do really love how far you're used to flying with the biotic punch. Yeah, I love just the way the biotic punch just sends enemies just absolutely flying.
Come on, we gotta get past these barriers.
There must be more power nodes on the other side.
Oh, jeez.
The enemy is as relentless as they were in our sight.
Stay focused!
Yeah, I'm, not being too...
They are more than I imagined.
Keep it up, people!
don't get too many options to use the, This might actually be the only mission in the game where you get to use the, use the flamethrower.
Shepard, the Rachni are backing off. Whatever spooked them won't last. Finish the job.
Copy that.
And... old friend.
Goddess!
Ceased.
What are you?
The last queen. We listen for the children. They are silent. Although the machines come and take them to war, they die alone, silent, far away.
The Reapers did this to you?
The sour note of the machines is everywhere.
Yes, no longer just speaking through just one dying Asari. Now she's got a Hall of Krogan just to make it so much creepier. So creepy.
I let you go back on Noveria. You promised not to interfere anymore. The Rachni were supposed to disappear.
We remember. We kept our promise. Retreated back through the relay. We started a new home. Beautiful children. Harmony. But the machines came. They heard our song. Their shriek of sour notes drowned us out.
Yeah, that's rough. They got captured by the Reapers.
They can't hurt you anymore.
Yes, we understand.
Can you still feel the Reapers? Can they influence you?
We hear the machines, but they cannot control us. Remove this last shackle, and we are free. The children return. They will destroy us all. Release us.
Don't be so demanding. Say please.
A lot of movement.
Copy that, Grunt. Are you capable of fighting the Reapers?
We hate the machines.
I like the glow in her mouth.
Fight for our unborn children. Release us.
Again,
She's badly wounded. She needs time to escape.
a please would be appreciated.
Shepard, we're out of time. We stay here, Arlakh company dies. Is that clear?
Yeah, it's a tough choice. You can either let the best of the Krogan die, or you can allow a genocide to happen. I know which one I'm choosing. I spared her on Noveria because I do not support... I will not be a party to genocide. So...
Listen up! Arlakh company holds the Rachni off while the Queen escapes. We'll buy you some time. Grunt, fall back to our position and lead us out.
Damn you, Shepard! I'm leaving my team. On my way.
Commander?
That's an order. She's too valuable an asset to lose.
Oh, she does seem hurt.
Now get us out of here.
At least Grunt's having fun.
Shuttle's down that path. I'll hold them off. Get out
Uh-oh.
of here, Shepard!
Not like this music in this scene.
My turn.
At least he's gonna go out having fun.
Cortez, we're the last ones out.
Copy that, Commander. Shuttle is waiting.
Sorry, Grunt. Hell of a scene, though. And hell yeah!
Grunt!
Anybody got something to eat?
Mass Effect 2 music reprise. Hell yeah, Grunt pulled through.
I'm reviewing a report on the Rachni situation, Commander. This could have gotten complicated fast. I hope you know what you're doing, cutting a deal with the Rachni Queen. We got burned last time. I'm trusting your instincts, Commander.
We can count on her support, Admiral.
I hope so. But we cut the Reaper supply of new Rachni troops and picked up some additional Krogan support. I call that a victory. I've got to get back to it, Commander. Watch yourself out there. Hack it out.
Such a good scene.
Shepard, you made it out of there. Sounds like I missed a hell of a fight.
It was bloody, Rex. We could have used you.
Too busy talking rather than fighting. Feeling restless. A war going on and I'm stuck keeping the peace. I heard
Yeah.
you made some kind of deal with the Rachni Queen. If they get out of hand again, it's your ass on the line.
I'm aware.
Understood.
I heard Grunt managed to get out of there with a few scratches.
You could say that.
We'll get him patched up, back in the fight.
Good to hear.
I should get back to it. Keep me posted, Shepard.
Yeah, that is such a good scene. Grunt Last Stand. So good. Just an amazing scene. It's one of the highlights of the game. I mean, I call it Grunt's Last Stand, but he survives. If you didn't get his loyalty in the first game, or in the second game, if you didn't get his loyalty in Mass Effect 2, then he does die there. I got his loyalty, so he survives. The other option, obviously, is the sacrifice of work. I think the Rachni Queen... I think Grunt has that sequence even if you choose to sacrifice the Rachni Queen. He still gets that same fight. With the same possible outcome. Or same two possible outcomes. Either he lives if he got his loyalty, he dies if he didn't. Yeah, it's a good mission. Very creepy mission. going through a dark cave. They did that really well. And then, yeah, that Grunt Last Stand, so good. Such a just great way to end that mission. And yeah, they're worth 100 points, 100 war assets. More than Arlakh Company would be worth, I believe. I don't remember what Arlakh Company is worth. I can look it up, but it doesn't matter. I think the Rachni workers are worth more. Not at all mindless insects, the Rachni are capable of feats of engineering comparable with any sentient species. While initially greeted with suspicion, the Rachni workers have dispatched to the Crucible have integrated into the project smoothly. They work especially well on tasks that benefit from group work, and senior Crucible staff members are learning to trust the Rachni with more complex problems. Good to know. And Grunt. The perfect Krogan was thrown into the world without a past, a name, or a cause. After destroying the Collectors with Commander Shepard, Grunt returned to Tuchanka to learn what it means to be a Krogan. After countless arguments and brawls, the clans have granted Grunt a modicum of acceptance. Tough, wary, and cunning, the young Krogan knows this experience will pay off now that it's time to fight the Reaper's forces. He's not a known associate. Yeah, that's what I thought. Reapers, yeah, we got new...
The Brute. Husks are the site Marauders. Ravagers are former Rachni that the Reapers have transformed into heavy artillery through a process of implantation and genetic modification. As walking organic turrets, they can sustain and inflict considerable damage. Ravagers bear egg sacs that continuously spawn swarmers. If the sacs are destroyed either during combat or upon the Ravager's death, their entire contents burst forth to charge the enemy and explode on contact. A dead Ravager expels a caustic gas and an acidic puddle. Alliance scientists have theorized that it is easiest for the Reapers to maintain control over units of Rachni genetic extraction because of the species' neurological predisposition for hive mind consensus.
Yeah, on any difficulty but normal, Rachni are super dangerous. They can do some heavy damage, and being armored enemies, they can take a lot of damage. And it's pretty routine when you fight Ravagers. It's pretty regular that you'll also end up, or that they'll have barrier generators close by, just to make it even more of a pain in the ass. And then, of course, there are the Swarmers. Massive pain in the ass. They can, again, especially on higher difficulties, they can cause serious problems. They will flush you right out of cover. Something you got to be extremely careful about.
Yes, Commander?
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
Rex.
Need something, Shepard?
Nope.
That's it for now, Rex. Let's get back to work.
Anytime.
I had a buddy who got discharged. Category 6 after Eden Prime.
At 6? Damn. Well, if I'd been on Eden Prime, I'd have lost it too.
He fought it, said he was still fit for duty. Last thing he told me was that he was joining Cerberus.
Category 6, I believe, is like actual, like, mentally unfit for duty.
You know, my lab studied the Rachni. Long-distance communication with no time lag, the ability to control workers, and at close range, the Queen can even speak through dead or dying members of other species.
Glad they're on our side.
If we can develop instant long-range communication without quantum entanglement, maybe when this war is over.
does sound pretty useful, I would assume.
Commander?
Yeah. I have noticed the Rachni Queen's ability to speak through dying members of other species.
Alright, here's another one. Dates back to the Rachni Wars. So, a Krogan and a Salarian have landed on a Rachni world for a top-secret mission.
That is unlikely. Salarians rarely took part in raids on Rachni-occupied worlds directly.
Missing the point. So the two guys are climbing up a hill going through this nasty green fog. And as they get near the top, they come out of the fog, and the Salarian sees thousands of Rachni. He looks over at the Krogan and says, "Oh, well, that makes me nervous." The Krogan says, "You think that's scary? When this is over, I have to go back down through that fog by myself."
The implication being that the Salarian soldier would be dead.
Yes. Thank you for killing the 2,000-year-old joke.
That joke plays to racial stereotypes on both sides. The Krogan appears brutish and insensitive, while the Salarian appears weak. Stereotypes such as exemplified here led to the development and use of the genophage.
Well, yeah. It's also one of the only jokes you'll hear both Salarians and Krogan telling. Comedy isn't really about being nice. Sometimes it's a way to air out the ugly things people think.
Sometimes, but I don't entirely agree with that sentiment. But whatever. It's a good joke.
Our little tank baby's all grown up, huh?
Apparently he'll be on his feet and killing again in no time.
Well, you learn from the best, Commander. Every time he incinerates someone with a shotgun and does that little laugh, he'll think of you. Edie says it was Rachni down there?
Yeah.
I thought they were on our side after you saved the Queen on Noveria.
It wasn't her fault. She got captured. She's with us now.
Until the next time the Reapers sing a sour yellow note of whatever.
If you choose to eliminate the Rachni, to let the Rachni Queen die, then Joker will ask if you want to nuke it just to be sure, as an Aliens reference. Because the Rachni themselves are kind of just a walking alien reference to a certain extent. I mean, those pods, they kind of look like alien eggs. Like facehugger eggs.
Commander?
Shepard, I had a question about human behavior.
Why is it you never have questions about Asari behavior or Turian behavior?
I tried asking Liara questions about the Asari bonding process. She said I do not guard the secrets of the Normandy's crew carefully enough for her to entrust me with such private information. The Asari word she used translates as blabbermouth. I think she has become a more private person since becoming the Shadow Broker.
Tell me about it.
If you didn't do Lair of the Shadow Broker, Liara still becomes the Shadow Broker off screen. Even if you don't do the mission, she's Shadow Broker. And Edie still does that, says that line about Liara becoming more private since becoming the Shadow Broker. Even if Shepard is not aware of it at the time. Which causes Shepard to respond, "Wait, what?" And Edie just says,
Shepard.
"Oops." Confirming that she is, in fact, a blabbermouth. Alright, another quick tour of the ship. Garrus hanging out by himself in the lounge? Oh no.
It wasn't the first time we've faced Rachni.
Really? You've seen them before?
A few years back, on Noveria, Saren and his minions were trying to extract information from the Rachni Queen.
You saw the Queen?
Hell, we spoke to her.
You weren't there.
Spoke? I can't imagine that. The things you've done, sir, they're amazing.
Well, it didn't seem that way at the time. Mostly, you're just clawing your way out of one mess and into another, hoping your ass comes along for the ride.
Indeed.
Just one word, Shepard. Grunt. There'll be a lot more dead Reapers now.
Hope so.
Siding with the giant spiders again, huh, Shepard? Let's hope this finally pays off. Most people have never even seen Arachni. The Normandy, we're a regular safari tour. If I never see another spider again, I'll die a contented Turian. Unless they have spiders in the afterlife. Damn. So who needs their ass kicked now?
I thought he had something else to say there. I thought he had something else to say to Copeland. Guess not. Garrus acting like he was there for the
Have we found any new engineers for the Crucible glyph?
The Arachni.
5 ex-Sonax Industries scientists who attempted to reverse engineer Prothean technology stolen from planet Garvuk. They are technically still wanted by the Council for hiding Prothean technology. As well, Sonax's part in instigating an illegal war on Garvuk.
I'm sure the Council will forgive that for helping with the Crucible. Extend those scientists amnesty and an invitation.
Right away.
So yeah, I mentioned that. That was something that took part during the Cerberus Daily News. The entire invasion of Garvug by corporate interests, with it all being a smokescreen for acquiring secret Prothean technology.
The Krogan are gearing up for a full-scale war. It's nearly indistinguishable from how they normally operate on Tuchanka, really.
Something funny about that line.
Hello, Shepard.
Audio log. Grunt addresses new Arlakh company recruits. Still don't understand why they put a tank-grown freak in charge of a whole company. Grunt. Yeah. And I don't understand why they gave me wine and pie jacks for soldiers. I have more years in the battlefield than you have kills, Runt. Trying to mate with Solarian females doesn't count as fighting. No one talks to... Someone help him up. We move in an hour. Grunt. I mean, that is pretty much Krogan leadership right there. Email from Dr. Locke to Admiral Hackett. Security almost opened fire on the Arachni when their ships pulled up to the Crucible, Admiral. I had to invoke your name more than once before they were let on board. They're following instructions, but my god, do I have to tell you how nervous everyone down on the project is to see Arachni strutting down the halls? They almost gave Professor Lau a fit. I'll let you know how our next staff meeting goes. Dr. Locke. I can imagine.
Certainly possible. Would require strengthening exercises. Get muscles to support weaker bone structure.
Right. Yeah, I can do that.
Alloy of Edie's body not flexible like organic tissue could cause unintentional damage. Recommend pillows, cushions, possibly gel packs.
Okay, that's a little weirder, but yeah, all right, cushions.
Positioning critical to success. Can forward Edie charts, videos with relevant data.
No, let's Edie's pretty busy with, stuff. Let's send that to me. You're not gonna tell anyone about this, right? Like Shepard? Shepard doesn't really need to know.
Guarantee Shepard won't learn about it from me.
She's standing right there, isn't she?
I wish I wasn't.
Yep. You really should have talked about that in private, Mordin. Or, Joker. Yeah, you should have gone down and seen Mordin in private.
Commander, I did not expect to face the Arachni in this cycle, but I am not surprised.
You said you used them as weapons?
Biological proxies. It was before I was born, but every Prothean had heard the stories. When we knew of them, the Arachni spent their lives singing thoughts to each other. But our scientists were more interested in their biology. The Arachni were well suited to harsh conditions. So we bred them for violence, selecting the most cunning and warlike of the queens.
Oh,
then
thanks.
we unleashed them upon our enemies. For a time, it worked. Until they became too cunning and warlike and turned on us. We put them down before they could develop any further. We thought they had been exterminated. Yet it seems our experiment evolved into this cycle's nemesis.
I like that. We chose the most cunning and warlike until they became too cunning and warlike. So yeah, that's interesting stuff. And yeah, thanks a lot, Javik. Thank you so much for that.
There was no such thing as trusting the Rachni in our cycle. They were animals. But if they will fight the Reapers now, so be it. I am glad I met the Grunt Krogan. Living in his quarters, I have come to know him better. He will fight the Reapers with great ferocity.
Indeed.
I would prefer to be alone.
Great ferocity is, I think, how Grunt does pretty much everything.
Gabby, what do you think about our new yeoman, Miss Trina?
She's not a yeoman, she's a communication specialist. And you're barking up the wrong tree, Kenneth. You're not her type.
Oh, well, perhaps you should go and talk to her then.
Maybe I should. Nobody's barking up my tree.
If it works out, be sure to take video.
Ken, stop being perv. Also, stop being clueless. Gabby just dropped a huge hint.
Nothing to report.
Commander.
Jeez. Oblivious.
Arachnite, that must get your mouth watering.
Can't do a story. That's as classified as it gets.
I suppose it would cause a panic, but wouldn't the news drive up recruiting?
It might also piss off a Krogan with diplomatic immunity. No thanks.
Fair.
Commander.
Yeah, don't piss off a Krogan. In general. Diplomatic immunity or no, they're not overly concerned about that, I don't think. So yeah, just don't piss off Krogan. But obviously, the diplomatic immunity makes things even more complicated.
I appreciate you checking in on me. Everything is in order.
Hey, Sophie.
Rachni? Of all the things that... It's like you got the opposite of a horseshoe up your ass.
Horseshoe up your ass is, of course, an expression for somebody who is ridiculously lucky.
Grunt is crazier than you, and that's saying something. You're better looking, at least.
Well, thank you. At least I'm better looking. And is Grunt really crazier than me? More violent than I am, certainly, but... I mean, I'm pretty sure I regularly do things that would have Grunt saying, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
Hey.
I picked up a new weapon, didn't I? Claymore. Look at the damage on the Claymore, and that's unmodded at level 1. The Claymore is a goddamn monster of a gun. The Claymore used to be a hard-hitting but poor-selling shotgun due to kickback problems snapping the arms of anyone but Krogan firing the weapon. After a rehaul of its kinetic dampening system, the Claymore is being rolled out again. As a way to lure back customers, the gun's manufacturer has lowered the shotgun's selling price without skimping on its stopping power. Obviously, very heavy, and also obviously very low fire rate. You have to reload after every shot, I think. But hardly the only gun where that's the case. Yeah, the Eviscerator is the next most dangerous weapon. Like, is the next most powerful shotgun. Look at the difference between them. The Eviscerator doesn't have a much higher fire rate. It's still, I think, just, you know, one shot reload, I believe. Eviscerator does have a little bit more ammo capacity. But just look at the difference in the damage between the two guns. The Claymore is ridiculous. Also costs a lot to upgrade. So yeah, it is a beast of a gun. In Mass Effect 2, Grunt and either a soldier or Vanguard Shepard were the only ones who could use the Claymore. It was the most devastating shotgun in the second game, and I believe it's actually still. I think it might actually still be the most devastating shotgun in this game. Might even be when you factor in DLC guns. It might actually still do more damage than even the DLC guns. DLC guns do. I think there's one or two DLC weapons that might be actually, like, in terms of the DLC shotguns. I think there's one that does close to similar damage, but has multiple shots. I think I could be misremembering that, but yeah, it is a monstrous weapon. So, going forward, my shotgun wielders, meaning at this point, just Vega at this point is my only shotgun wielder. But anyway, eventually I'll get Tally and she'll be a shotgun user. So she'll probably have the Claymore as well. Level up. Oh, hey, I did level up, okay. What was I going to do? Yes, I was working on throw still. Reset recharge time after battle combo detonates. You almost don't even need to do it. I mean, it's a 1 second recharge. Literally, like, it recharges as soon as you do it. Anyway, like, it recharges in the time it takes for the throw to actually travel. So yeah, detonation. I'll need to start actually remembering to use that for detonations instead of warp, because warp does have a slightly longer cooldown, almost 2.5 seconds. While I'm here...
The Reaper called Harbinger is believed to be the oldest and largest in the Reaper Armada. From the reaches of dark space, Harbinger managed to control the Collectors, a race of human-sized insectoid bipeds, as it sent them on a campaign to kill and gather humans from vulnerable colonies. The Collectors became a terrifying force in the galaxy, responsible for the murder of hundreds of thousands. Surviving colonists have described the tone of Harbinger's threats heard through the Collectors as they attacked as visceral and terrifying.
If you say so.
Alliance intelligence has tentatively identified Harbinger as one of the Reapers leading the attack on Earth. A myth common to several cultures in the galaxy, Reapers were once imagined as space monsters that consumed entire stars. Archaeologists who searched for the sources of such myths found little besides the themes of all-consuming devils that are common to primitive cultures. Although accurate information about the Reapers remains scarce, the galaxy now knows that the Reapers are not a myth. They are a real and devastating threat. Sovereign was the first Reaper encountered by the modern Citadel races. Military leaders initially assumed that Sovereign was a Geth or Prothean flagship commanded by Saren Arterius, a rogue Spectre. The truth was far more alarming. The massive ship was itself intelligent, and Saren proved to be under its control. The attacks by Sovereign against Eden Prime and the Citadel removed any uncertainty about the Reaper's technological superiority. Sovereign's formidable shielding and firepower allowed it to hold off the combined fleets of the Citadel, and its mass effect fields proved powerful enough to let the enormous vessel land on a planet's surface. Sovereign's mission, to open a mass relay that would transport the other Reapers from dark space, proved its undoing. During the Battle of the Citadel, Sovereign linked its consciousness to Saren's. When Saren's death corrupted the signal and shut down Sovereign's shields, Sovereign's destruction soon followed.
So yeah, that was a dangerous thing for Sovereign to do, and if he hadn't done it, they might have won.
Reaper indoctrination is an insidious means of corrupting organic minds, reprogramming the brain through physical and psychological conditioning using electromagnetic fields, infrasonic and ultrasonic noise, and other subliminal methods. The Reaper's resulting control over the limbic system leaves the victim highly susceptible to its suggestions. Organics undergoing indoctrination. The Citadel races have classified the known variants of Reapers into 4 types. Capital ships are Sovereign-class Reapers 2 kilometers in length. They typically target the dreadnoughts, defense installations, and industrial cities of organic civilizations. Experts believe the Reapers harvest a single species of organics during each cycle of extinction to create these massive ships. Some capital ships are capable of launching small drones equivalent to fighters. Destroyers are 160 meters long and, in astounding numbers, make up the bulk of the Reaper fleet. They engage cruisers and other smaller ships, as well as communications posts and enemy command centers. Research suggests destroyers are created from those species that are not harvested to make capital ships. Troop transports carry husks to unconquered planets and bring victims of the harvest to Reaper processing centers. They vary in length from 200 meters to 1 kilometer, but unlike capital ships and destroyers, do not appear to be self-aware. Instead, other Reapers operate troop transports remotely. Processors, also called slaughter ships, are mobile centers for mass DNA harvesting. Like troop transports, processors appear to be remotely operated by sapient Reapers. The Brute is Ravagers are former.
So yeah, that's all there is to know about the Reaper variant. So I think that's me just about everything read through. And, alright. So next episode, I will do Benning and hit the Citadel. So do some last bits. Do the last things I need to do on the Citadel for now. And this is why I'm going to do Benning before I do the Citadel. So yeah, that'll be the next episode. This one, like I said, I really like the this mission. I think it's a really cool mission. Really nice atmosphere, really creepy with the darkness that you have to actually advance with your flashlights on. And just makes things more tense. And then, damn, like, Grunt's last stand, so good. Especially when he survives it. Make it even better. Alright, so I'll see you in the next episode.